Alright everybody, welcome back. We're going to do a snail update. This is actually the third video on these that I've done. I did not upload the last one. I'm sorry. I thought I had. Here I did not. So basically what happened last time was I did an update video on my snails. One of my golden mystery snails right here had laid eggs, and if you look back in my previous video, I had said that I thought both of these were males, and come to find out I was wrong with sexing them on more than one occasion. So my first mystery snails laid a clutch of eggs. I was going to leave it in this tank here. However, with the water changes that I do to it, like all of my tanks, they get pretty regular water changes because I have 5 blue and 2 golden for a total of 7 mystery snails in this tank. I do very high water changes on it to make sure that these guys and girls have everything that they need in pristine water condition. So I ended up removing a clutch of eggs and putting it in an incubator. It incubated for some time, no changes to it, and after about 2 weeks and stuff, I went ahead and tried to dissolve it in water to see if there were any baby snails, and here it just was not a fertile clutch, which can happen, especially because I'm almost sure that that would have been her first clutch she ever laid. And at the time, I had only had the blue mystery snails in here for a short time. Which, there's one actually right here. See this guy or girl? I don't know. Obviously, I'm no good at sexting them. So, will it focus? There we go. This is one of my blue ones. And they have gotten a lot bigger since I first bought them. They're coloring up pretty nicely. It doesn't show very well in here. We do have a bit of algae on their shell, but they're coloring up beautifully, growing really nicely, and I have actually seen the blue ones breeding with my golden mystery snails. So I thought originally that both of my golden mystery snails here were males, and one of them laid a clutch of eggs. Surprise. Then I'm like, well, okay, so maybe one of the golden ones a female and one was a male, was, you know, my next thinking. That was wrong too. Come to find out, both of my golden mystery snails here are actually female, because I saw both of them that is becoming a bad habit of mine, of dropping my phone while I'm recording. So I put them in my fry tank to do some cleanup. I don't leave them in the fry tank. I'll put them in there for a few days, let them clean up the bottoms of it really good where I can't reach. And I found these. Them I found them laying eggs. So, both of my mystery snails both of my golden mystery snails are female. So they laid these 2 clutches here. So they've been in the incubator for about a week now. They are starting to change a little bit of color. I'll show you what they look like when they're first laid, because, surprise, I woke up this morning and they were laying again. And this is just a simple incubator, wet paper towel at the bottom, dry ones at the top for them to rest on. These guys cannot be in water. They lay their eggs out of water to actually dry, but they do have to be really humid. That's why they're in a container with the lid, and it's actually kept pretty warm. So these were laid just this morning, and there's still that kind of whitish color. Unfortunately, my battery is getting low and my flash is off, so I'm going to try to show you this the best I can. Yeah, there's still a really light white color, and tomorrow, once they've had time to kind of harden up, I will pop them off. Another thing is, because they do have to have a lid, I was just leaving this lid on here, and here the humidity was so high in here, and there was so much water around the edge that they could not actually lay the eggs and get them to here. So I cut a hole in the top of it, and then I just hot glued this plastic mesh. I don't know what it is. It's you can get it at like the craft section of Walmart. Usually people run like yarn through it to make designs and stuff. But yeah, I just hot glued it to the surface of it. That way air can come through and the humidity don't get outlandishly high in there. And another thing, the 2 neorite snails that I did have, which I had first bought before I got the mystery snails, unfortunately I did lose both of them. Their shells are now in my fry tank, and I lost them. They are just really, for my setup, they were the wrong thing to buy, and it was my mistake, unfortunately. I've been doing this since I've been keeping fish tanks my entire life, and I'm 27 years old, and even no matter how long you've been in this hobby, you've been keeping fish, been keeping anything, anyone can make a mistake, and that's what I did. And I tried to supplement their diet with algae wafers, and it was just horrible. And unfortunately, I did end up losing both of them, which is really sad for me because I did like them. They do have really nice colors to their shells, and unfortunately, we live and learn. And then I got these mystery snails, and I absolutely love them. But that's gonna be it. Please like, comment, subscribe. I really need subscribers. So, bye.